Cannibal dwarves, not to be confused by Cherokee Little People, are dangerous and aggressive by nature, like the fairies of Europe. They sometimes kidnap children or use their magical powers to harm people. They hunt with bows and poisoned arrows, and are able to inflict wounds without breaking the skin, also a point in common with their European cousins. They have their own villages, trails, and other places. They can only be seen, however, when they want to be or are taken unawares. Descriptions of these little folk vary somewhat from community to community. In Arapaho legend, they are immensely strong. According to the Omaha, they are tiny one-eyed cyclopes. The Crows see them with pot bellies and no necks. In other Siouan traditions, Osage, Omaha, and Kansa, for example, they sometimes have wings. Whatever the particulars, these beings are usually said to be the size of children. Generally 2 to 4 feet tall, dark-skinned, and extremely aggressive. They usually have squat necks and sharp teeth. Some storytellers say they have the power to turn themselves invisible, while others say they are hard to spot simply because they move with incredible speed. Some suggest that their warlike temperament comes because they must be killed in battle in order to reach their dwarfish afterlife. Others say that they are gluttons who habitually kill more than they can eat just because they can. These beings are almost always hostile to human beings. There are some crow legends, however, in which an Arumbi helps a mortal, especially during a sacred fast or in return to a kindness done to them. Furthermore, they are said to have played a major role in shaping the destiny of the Crow Nation through the dreams of the Crow chief Plenty Coups in the early 20th century. They thus can be seen as imparting spiritual wisdom despite their overall hostility to humans. An Arapaho legend. Although benign races of small magical creatures exist in many Native American tribes, the Little People of the Arapahos and neighboring tribes, also known as cannibal dwarves or enemy dwarves, are dangerous man-eaters and particular enemies of the Arapaho tribe. Their Arapaho name, Teihiihan, literally means little people. Teihiihan comes from the Arapaho word for strong. Arapaho dwarves are said to have superhuman strength. In some texts they are referred to as Nimrigar instead, which is a name borrowed from the neighboring Shoshone tribe, who had similar legends about ferocious little people. Descriptions of the cannibal dwarves vary somewhat from community to community, but they are usually said to be the size of children, dark-skinned, and extremely aggressive. Some storytellers say that they had the power to turn themselves invisible, while others say they were hard to spot simply because they moved with incredible speed. Some suggest that the dwarves' warlike temperament comes because they must be killed in battle to reach the dwarf afterworld. Others believe that they were gluttons who habitually killed more than they could eat just because they could. According to most versions of the story, the race of cannibal dwarves was destroyed in an ancient war with the Arapahos and other allied Native American tribes.